to be done with my wine and like before we even get to controversial opinions.
Welcome back to Dumb and Broke. I'm Brian.
And I'm Chelsea. And this is Bridget.
Hi.
That bitch, Bridget.
Hey, Bridget.
Greetings and salutations.
We're so happy to
Avid listener
Yes.
I am. I'm a fan.
and a friend.
I'm really a fan.
No, and seriously, thank you because, you know, we have a bunch of people that listen, but like there are a handful that are like active listeners where you like will literally comment, you will text me and be like, bitch, why did you say this? Like, you know what I mean? So
Right. Because y'all love to come for me. 1. 2, artists supporting artists. I really believe in that. Like, that's who I am down to the core, and engagement matters. So if you fuck with them, you need to be engaging in their content and reposting it, you know, all of that shit. Because all of it matters.
We're starting off hot. We're starting off hot.
It matters.
And thank you for the reminder because we always like save it for the end, but like please subscribe to the YouTube channel if you aren't already.
Exactly. How are they going to get their Coca-Cola sponsorship if y'all are not engaged? Period.
Anyway, thank you so much for being here. I'm excited. Do you want to go ahead and come for us? Because I know you had some things, you had some comments and some things that you would like to get off your chest. So let's go ahead and just clear the air.
Okay, first of all, whores. Let's address the whores in the room. So if you guys listened to last week's episode, well, this week's episode, I don't know whenever this airs, the last episode, these whores were coming for people who like to deactivate their social media account. Now, I like to deactivate my social media account.
I feel like we had a well-balanced conversation about it.
The thing is, people like to deactivate their social media account because humans are too much and you just, you know, need a break from that every now and then. But also, I don't want people hitting me up thinking I'm ignoring them or I blocked them. I'm a nice lady, okay? So that's why I announced, hey, I'm taking a break.
So listen, but I also feel like we don't have the same perspective as you do because you're like humans are too much.
They are.
You actually have a following on Instagram.
That's true.
Like,
my
my people are not. I'm seeing like babies and like random stuff here and there. You have what? How many followers?
Let me tell y'all something. 11,000 followers is nothing. I'm thankful for the 11,000 that I do have because I mean, at one point I was getting like being able to like do like sponsorships and shit like that and get money for it. However, if you don't have the engagement, 11,000 followers ain't shit. And I have the same people engaging with me, which is cool. But if 11,000 people were actually engaging with me, then it'd be something to talk about.
Yeah. Well, maybe you should just post your ass more.
Oh, God. She's right. She's right. I literally just take a break because, I mean, everything is energy. So, like, you are digesting energy when you're looking at people's stories and looking at all these posts and stuff. And the world is a sick, sad world. So it's like, ugh, God, just turn it off for a moment.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
I feel that.
Well, we kick things off pretty hot, but let's reel it back real quick and like maybe tell our listeners like how we even know Bridget. Like, did we just like pick up this random bitch off the street, or like how?
Y'all tried to?
Basically, she rolled in off the street, and I'm pretty sure she just walked into the gym one day, called me a bitch right off the bat, and I'm like, yeah, I like her.
I can't contest that. I can't contest that. I really can't.
She looked at me from across the room, just flipped me the bird straight to my face, and I'm like, fair enough.
I like people who allow me to talk shit to them and can take it. I'm like, you know what? I'll fuck with you. You got thick skin. And like, I'm sorry. I'm that girl who always has a gay friend. So, you know.
I'm not gay.
Bye then.
So yeah, we know Bridget from the gym that Chelsea works at. And so it's been about like a year now, right?
It has.
Or over a year.
It
probably.
has.
And we like go to all the socials together. We attend each other's birthdays.
I feel like my birthday last year was really like that broke the barrier because then that was like we're out in public together. Yeah. We're not at the gym where that was like a real friend moment.
It was, and I got drunk with you bitches, and I don't even stay in Brooklyn. So I mean, I come to Brooklyn for y'all. I feel like that's friendship.
It is because you live up there.
Okay, I took 3 trains to get here.
Yeah.
I'm not complaining. I'm just saying that's friendship.
Is that why you missed my last birthday?
Bitch, I wasn't here for your last birthday. But you know what? My lease ends at the end of August. I'll be here for this one.
Okay, thank you. Wait, so you referred to her big ass. Is that the reason why you got 11,000 followers on Instagram?
I think so. So All it takes is one moment to go viral and like everybody will start following you. I was in Ghana and I posted a bathing suit picture and it wasn't even an ass picture. It was just me in my bathing suit saying how I wasn't going to drag myself and my body this year. And then everybody followed me. I was like, what? This is the shit that goes viral?
Well, maybe it was the body positive. Maybe it,
I guess.
but you also
like,
just have a beautiful ass.
I mean, it was a great picture. Don't get me wrong. But I'm like, have y'all seen the thong bikinis? This is not viral
Maybe they
content.
did. Maybe that was the photo that they saw, and then they looked deeper and they were like, "Yeah,
I don't know.
this girl's for
I
me."
want y'all to go viral so y'all can see how the trolls come out of nowhere.
Oh, I know the trolls. Let
It's
me tell you.
weird.
Let me tell you the opposite. Let's talk about the opposite of your story.
Okay.
So I dressed up on Halloween last year as Mrs. Incredible.
Mhm. That was a good one.
It was a cute
You
outfit.
look good.
So I did a reel with one of my friends on Instagram, and it went viral. And I can't tell you how many people came for me in those comments. They're like, "You don't have the yams for that costume," and I was like, "God damn it, you're so right." But like, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it.
I want that moment.
But you want the trolls?
Yeah.
No, because it's energy again.
Yeah.
But fuck that.
The
No.
only ones you get upset about are the ones that you see, though. You're like, "Fuck, I know."
They was really coming for you.
Oh, they came.
You looked
for
really
me.
good in that costume.
Thanks.
Especially the wig.
She looked really. I remember you looked really good.
Thanks, guys. Maybe I'll bring it back once I still do a few squats or something.
You don't gotta have yams for that.
But the other one was I did it. There was a video on TikTok that I did that went viral, and there was just one comment that was like, "Why does her voice sound like a vacuum?" And I was like,
Also true.
"But it is though." You're like, "Okay, just come for my vocal fry." Like, chill out.
I always hear like influencers say like the videos that they try so hard for
Mhm.
get like nothing.
Yep.
They post that one video that they didn't even want to post.
Yep.
And that's the one that goes viral. And
Yep.
That's why they went viral.
It's weird because like I mean you edit content and shit
Mhm.
like that. Like you take your time editing that shit and you like, oh yeah, this about to kill him.
Yeah.
This about to kill him.
Yeah.
And it's like no traction on it
Mhm.
whatsoever. And you post a picture of you looking like shit and it's like, oh my God,
Yeah.
star.
Now that is the energy. That's the energy that when you put so much into it and you're like, this is about to pop off, and then it
Mhm.
doesn't, and then your energy levels just
Uh-huh.
That's how
Yeah.
I felt about my bathing suit pics. Like that pic, I was not expecting it to go viral, like at all. I was like, this is just another picture of me in a bathing suit. Like, but all the thong bikinis and the videos, I'm like, hey, it's about to go viral. No. Not at all.
interesting. The internet is such a weird world.
And honestly, I don't even care about followers like that. You know when I care about followers? When I get paid to
Mm.
care about
Oh,
followers.
right. We all want dollar bills.
Okay? Like
yeah.
if having
Actually,
$11,000 means
I
money,
take that
then
back. I would like compliments too, and I like likes.
But
So
you get that though. Like you're gonna get that regardless.
I could have more.
We were talking about.
You know what though? I hid my likes for myself,
Oh.
not for my followers, because like I was like, I don't want to know how many people like this because I think I was getting I think I was liking it too much.
Mm.
You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? And it's like, okay, bitch, humble yourself just a smidge. You know, you don't need to like think about it. If 100 people like your photo, that's a lot of fucking people at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So if 50 people like your photo, that's 50 fucking people that probably don't even know your middle name that liked your shit, you know? Have a little humility.
That's
That's
a
all.
lot.
You know what's kind of shocking is there's so many people that don't know my middle name, and it's
In
literally
your-
my Instagram.
I know.
I remember talking to people, all people who follow me on Instagram,
I did it.
having this conversation, and they were like, "Yeah, it's like Anne," and I was like, "No, then that would mean my handle's much shorter."
Mhm.
But it's and they were like, "Oh, what is it?" And I was just like, "What? That's shocking to me," but
I find you.
shows people are just not paying attention.
We don't
to me at
pay
all.
attention. We literally don't pay attention.
So, if you're listening and you're thinking, "Wow, Bridget is a natural,"
I am.
she is. It's because you've had a couple podcasts of your own, have you not?
I have actually.
Tell us,
Yeah.
tell the people more about it.
And why they failed.
Touche, bitch. Touche. You got me on that one. I did a podcast by myself because, again, humans don't really like them, and I just like to talk shit. So I did a podcast for like a year and just was like, because weirdly enough, people like my rants on Instagram.
I was about to say, I feel like your Instagram stories are a podcast in themselves.
I don't know why people like my rants on Instagram. So I tried myself, I tried doing a podcast by myself and it was cool, but it's a lot of work, as you know.
Yeah.
Then I did a podcast
You
with
didn't
some
point at me.
friends because I know you don't do the work.
We're making our rounds coming for each other.
This is what this entire 45 minutes
I mean,
is
I'm
going to be
speaking
about.
truth. I'm speaking truth, friend.
Yeah.
Then I did a podcast with some friends, 3 Scorpios, because I'm a Scorpio, and yeah, it just didn't work out, and that's fine because, that's fine.
Do you feel like it was because you were all 3 Scorpios?
I do.
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah.
I really do. I think Scorpios are great people, but Scorpios cannot always work well together.
Yeah, you were
Like,
cursed from the beginning, just doing that.
I mean,
It's a cool concept, though.
It really was a good concept.
Yeah.
It really was a good concept because I mean, I feel like everyone has that Scorpio friend that's just like honest and
Mhm.
intuitive and like keeps them,
I also
in
feel like
check.
Scorpios kind of get a bad rap.
Thank you. Oh,
Yeah.
a saint, everyone.
They kind of do. I feel like there is like a negative connotation for every single sign, and like there's some truth to it, but like
Yeah.
I fuck with Scorpios.
We
Always
get a
have.
bad rap because we're honest and we're not always delicate with that honesty.
I
Honest
feel like
and emotional. So
I'm
the
highly
honesty
emotional.
comes from like emotion.
We some passionate motherfuckers.
yeah, some
I find-
passionate motherfuckers.
I feel like Scorpios are really hard to read. Like they're known for being like mysterious, so you never know if they actually like you. So
I mean, I don't think I'm that mysterious anymore.
no,
No, I really don't.
yeah.
I think if I like people, I be like, I like you. If I don't like people, I just don't talk to you.
Do you know your rising?
Most of my shit is in Scorpio.
Oh, okay.
I forgot. I think it's like Sagittarius and
I
Scorpio.
was gonna say I feel fire energy from
Yeah,
you too.
most of my shit is in Scorpio and Sagittarius.
Okay.
We've got a good balance here. We've got fire, air, water.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
We could do some voodoo.
Could concoct a spell or something.
So do you think you'll pick up your podcast again, like do it on your own, or
My friends have mentioned that I should like do a podcast on the reality shows since I've been
Oh.
ranting on those lately. But again, it's work. And I mean, maybe one day, like maybe when I move back home and I'm bored the fuck out of my mind, maybe. But I don't know. Podcast is work. So kudos to you.
it kind of is, but it's not that bad actually, and it's like so fun. Honestly, I find the editing part so fun because the way I do it is like I put all the clips together and I watch it and I edit as I watch. So
Mhm.
like I don't know, I like kind of like chuckle. I'm like, wow,
I
we're so
mean,
funny.
It's good. It's good, but it's like, okay, for y'all put out good shit. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
So it's like, what now you're like, when you have a podcast, it's like, okay, so what can we do to amplify our voices and make sure that we're being seen and heard by everyone? You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, yeah, we're having fun doing this, but we also like want to make this a thing. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
That's where we are right now too.
I know.
We're trying to figure out like what do we do? That's like, now we're bringing in guests and like, using your clout because you have 11,000 followers. You know what I mean? And like we need to work on like social media promotion and like putting some money behind that. I don't know. We're there
Right.
because we like
Yeah.
we're ready to make the next step.
We are consistent.
Yeah.
People tell
Y'all
us
are.
all the time that we're funny.
Yeah.
y'all are consistent. And when you took your break, what was I like when y'all coming back? You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah. There were some people that were like that. I was like, wow, you guys actually.
because I feel like y'all have a podcast that people have in rotation. You know what I'm saying? Like people have I think people are selective with podcasts. Like I'm
Mhm.
not listening to every podcast out
Mhm.
there. But once I put you in my rotation, you're in my rotation.
Oh,
So I
I
feel
love
like
that.
y'all are probably in like a decent amount of people's rotation, but you need more.
We need more.
You know what
You
I
need that
love?
Coca-Cola.
I love knowing because when the podcast comes out, it like pops up I don't know about Apple, but I know it pops up on Spotify.
Mm,
It's
yeah.
like
Yeah.
new episode. And I know that I have some X Flames out there that pops up
Same.
every week. And that feels
Yeah.
good.
They get to check in on you and see what the fuck you're doing with your life.
They won't check in.
Say hi to them.
They're
And hear about your day.
there's a little too much pride, but stay tuned.
But I think the reality TV show concept is a good idea because you like part of your rant is like I love when like you like watch a show for the first time because right now you're on your Love Is Blind
Oh
shit,
my God.
Oh
which
my
I don't
gosh.
watch. I know Chelsea does, so y'all can talk
You're
about
so
you
that.
bad.
should.
You really should.
I
Just for the
watched.
train
So I
wrecks
watched
that
the
they
first
are.
season. I really liked it. And then the second season came out, and I was so bored, so I gave up on it.
I don't
I've
think you'd
literally
be
only
bored
watched
for
the
this
first
one,
season.
and you don't have to watch the past seasons to like.
Yeah,
get
you
it.
can literally
Obviously,
just
it's
jump
new
in.
people.
But
every
you're
time.
watching the new season right now?
And you should.
Oh,
Trust
okay.
me. It's chaos.
Oh, yeah. Everyone.
A whole new set comes out tomorrow, and I can.
Girl, I can't wait. You know I'm about to be on my story talking shit
Yeah.
about your namesake, Chelsea. God, that bitch is crazy.
That's tough.
Oh.
It is tough. She is.
Insufferable.
She's
know.
not great.
I know a few crazy Chelseas.
Yeah, same. She fumbled the hottest guy on that show.
Jimmy.
No.
Who? Oh, no.
She didn't fumble Jimmy.
No, the mullet guy.
Yeah.
The mullet guy. He
You
cut
know
his
I love
mullet off,
You
though.
know I love a man with a mullet.
Mm.
Like, with the chin like that, I thought she would make better decisions. I really did.
Damn. Sorry, Chelsea. You can learn.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry about
Yeah.
the chin comment, but it's a lot. Sorry.
That you said the chin. I think of Natalie Nunn, and I know you watch Baddies.
Bitch.
Wait.
Did you see that reunion?
Yes. Oh my God. We watch. Bridget and I always catch up at the gym about the most, like, probably the worst show
It's so fucking
that's
ratchet.
ever aired on any sort of streaming platform. It's called. Yeah. It's just like really ratchet, but Baddies. Have you heard of it?
It's
Have I
our
talked to you
guilty
about
pleasure.
it? It's my. Yeah. Me
It's our
too.
guilty pleasure because, like, what are we upstanding human beings doing watching baddies?
Like, why are we watching like grown women like literally beat the shit out of each other for absolutely no reason? Literally no reason. They're like,
and
oh my God,
rewinding it back.
you looked at me wrong. I'm about to beat your ass. And they really do. And it's so unfiltered. Like, they let them fight. It's not like, have you ever seen like old school Bad Girls Club?
No.
Oh, well, Bad Girls Club was on like Oxygen, like,
Yeah.
a proper network. And, oh, fuck. I meant like it was on cable.
How you just come for Zeus like that? They won't be calling you.
Yeah, they won't be calling me for many reasons. But,
Oh my God.
but yeah, Bad Girls Club was a pretty like ratchet show, but it was like, they had some, wow, I'm really coming for that. I was gonna say they have some standards, and like you can't brutally beat the shit out of someone on that show. Like
Fair.
someone will step in. Here though, like the security's like, go.
Let them square out.
And it's just wild, but I love it.
Everybody needs like their guilty pleasure. I'm sure you have a guilty pleasure show that you watch.
Maybe the Bachelor franchise.
That's fair, yeah.
I guess so.
I haven't been into any of the love shows like since those old school ones, like Flavor Flav, Rock of Love. Those I loved. I loved all of those.
Yes.
What?
That was good shit.
Yeah, right? Now, I don't know. To me, like, I have a really hard time consuming a lot of content because to me, it's so obvious that so much of it is fake.
Yes.
And like there's been so much revealed from this season of Love Is Blind. I don't even watch it, but I know like there's a couple guys on there that like have girlfriends and their girlfriends are in on it, right?
I'm starting to think people go on that show for fame.
Right.
Well, I mean, at this point in reality TV, who doesn't?
No,
Right.
yeah. At this, like, I'm an actor, right? But like, if reality TV came knocking at my door, bitch, sign me the fuck up because
Yeah.
you're the brand.
Yeah.
Sell yourself.
I can't knock it. We literally talk every week that we'll sell ourselves for
I don't know that I could do it. I mean, we've talked about that.
Oh, you'd be so
I
good
think
for
I
reality
would.
TV.
You think?
Oh yeah.
You're so quirky.
I don't know how to take that.
You would be good on
I
reality
think
TV.
that's good though.
You think she'd be good on
Okay.
like one of the love shows?
I just don't know that I would. That would be tough.
I feel like you'd be good on like a Survivor, Big Brother,
Yeah.
competition,
Yeah.
reality.
Well, I think like reality shows where it's like, I think like Real Housewives.
Mhm.
I just don't like. I don't know that I would ever feel
Baby,
comfortable
nobody said
talking
Real
shit about people.
Housewives. We said competition.
I would
You don't even
like
have a
to
man.
be- I would like to be on Real
Fuck,
Housewives.
we're teaming up on Chelsea.
I'm Real Housewives. You competition now.
She's like, stay in your lane. I would love to be on a
Wait.
competition show.
So your number one show that you'd want to be on, like what would it be? If you had to pick one.
Housewives.
Housewives?
Yeah.
The challenge.
The challenge? Me too.
Yeah.
We talked about this. Like we want to get on the challenge together.
Is that that's a competition show?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's on MTV.
Okay.
Nowadays they take people from like Big Brother and Survivor and even like the UK based shows like Love Island and stuff like
Mhm.
that, throw them in a house and do like some crazy challenges.
But then runner up, Traitors. I fucking love that show.
Wait, what?
I hear it's a really good show. It's on Peacock.
Yes.
Um,
Oh, Traitors is so fucking
What is
good.
it about?
being a trader and getting money. Like it's I don't know, it's like a competition
Oh.
show as well, but it's more about manipulation and figuring out like everyone's in a castle trying to figure out who the traders are. It's good TV at the end of the day.
I just don't think that I could ever do one of the love shows because I genuinely I feel like I am a different person in a relationship setting, and it's been a while, so would like to think that I've grown, but I also just don't trust myself. I think that I would say some cancelable shit. They'd be like, "This
Well,
bitch is done."
You are an Aquarius, so
We don't get a good rap, dating wise. I'm an Aquarius with a lot of Gemini energy. Yeah, never good. Listen, I know. I'm myself in relationships. I can see it. We've talked about on here how I didn't eat Chipotle for a long time because my ex liked it, and I just didn't want to like it because he liked it. But
And I think I was saying before, I can't picture Chelsea as like a toxic person, but from what she's shared about her past, like she was kind of toxic.
I would like to think that I'm not anymore.
You
I think I've
probably
done a
aren't.
lot of work. But I would not like to test it on live television.
that's valid. Know thyself.
Yeah.
Know thyself.
Exactly.
You made a comment that reminded me of a controversial opinion we have. So let's just go into controversial opinion.
Love it.
Are you ready, Bridget?
Dun, 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 dun.
This is going to be a good group for it.
Yes.
Okay.
So the first one was, so apparently a few controversial words are back. One of them being,
I can't keep up.
yeah, I'm seeing it all over Twitter, but one of those words is the R word that I don't want to say. I'm not going to say.
Like someone disabled.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mentally challenged.
Yeah. You know,
What do you mean it's back? I thought,
like people say it like that's R word.
oh, how did that even come back?
I don't know, but another one that's back that I'm seeing is that's so gay. Like that's gay. You know, like we said both of those terms, both of those things back in the day, right? I feel like we all said it. Like,
Right.
Yeah, but I'm trying to figure out how the hell these came back.
I don't know, but I'm seeing it all the time. Like literally,
That damn Gen Z.
Yeah, I was literally about to blame it on them.
I don't get it. I don't feel comfortable saying. I can say that's okay because, but I don't because what does that even mean?
Right. Like, what are you implying?
Yeah, but the R word.
I feel like the only way that that's okay would come back is if that was like you know how like cunt is a word, like, ooh, that's cunt.
True.
Like in a good way, that's so gay. Like in a positive.
Like,
That's
yes,
the only way that I
cunty.
feel like
Yeah.
that can come back.
So that what you're saying is like the gays have to bring it back. Once the gays say it's okay.
That y'all have to
Yeah.
reclaim it.
Yeah.
You're like, yeah, that's gay.
Y'all have to reclaim
Yeah.
it.
But yeah, the R word, I don't see the scenario where that's okay.
I don't know how the hell that came back.
Yeah.
No, but it's a thing. Like you go on Twitter and people are saying, well, I guess Twitter isn't a good representation of what's
Twitter is a
right.
horrible place
Yeah.
of what's right.
Or X, we should say.
Fuck X.
Ew.
Twitter. Twitter forever.
Yeah, I say Twitter. So we're all in agreement. We're not saying the R word. We're not,
No.
Oh, I haven't said that in I don't know how long.
Cut it out.
Bridget, do you have a controversial opinion for us?
I do, but mine is more based on gender roles.
Okay.
Love.
So, as far as like households, when a woman makes more money, who is in charge of the bills? And for me personally, whatever you have designed for your relationship is your relationship. I don't give a fuck who in charge of the bills, okay? It could be the damn dog for all I care. That's what your household has decided is the thing. Like, if I made more money than my man that I don't have, then yeah, I would take care of the bills because he's probably providing and stepping up in some other areas. Like, I don't see anything wrong with that. I don't know why that's a controversial opinion, but I mean, it might be more of a controversial opinion in other communities, i.e., the black community. So, I don't know.
I don't know. There is like a masculine connotation of just like taking care of the
power.
bills.
It's power.
Well, yeah, because like if things go south, you've been taking care of the bills, so the other person's out.
But if you in a marriage, that's a partnership, right?
Yeah.
So I might be up right now, but I could be down 10 years from now. You know what I'm saying? And you got to pick up the pieces. Like,
True.
I don't see.
I don't think I would ever be in a scenario where I'm like, I am not paying the bills. That's your role. I think that is probably indicative of some larger issues at play. Yeah, but I don't know. I think it'd be more of like a 50-50 scenario.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, I'm only dealing with the same gender. So, but
But how would you divide the bills in a household, though?
like, if my partner, or say I make a significant amount more than my partner, I would be more than happy, and you know, assuming I'm happy with my partner, I would be more than happy to pick up most of the bills, you know, pay a little bit more of the rent or the mortgage. And I would expect,
as you should,
them to pick up in other areas without me having to say it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know, taking care of some of that stuff
Hey.
a little bit more than not saying like, not you have to do all the cleaning, but like, you know.
I don't see how it's a conversation, but it is a conversation amongst couples and people who do make, like, first of all, I don't make that much money anyway, so it ain't no conversation for me. But I can see how it could be a conversation. But as for me and my household, look, I'm happy not paying any bills and I will suck your dick daily. Okay? Boom. It's a win-win for everybody. So wins across the board. Dick in my mouth, bills is paid. Boom. Cheers.
Well, this is going to help you find a man for sure.
I feel like I actually have been in both scenarios where,
Okay, bad bitch.
This is divulging a lot, but I have lived with two people in my past. One I made more money than, and then one I made less money than.
Mm-hmm.
And the one I made less money than, we split 50-50, which I was never not okay with that.
Right.
We also lived in the middle of the South where rent was nothing. But but I do feel like he picked up in a lot of places. Like, he usually paid for dinners and like did all of that. And then the other scenario where I made more money, I feel like I picked up a lot of the bills. But I feel like I had a little bit of an expectation of like, okay, what are you doing now? And not even like, what are you doing for me? But it's just like, okay, I would like to see that you have some ambition, that you're shooting for something, that I'm not going to be doing this forever.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, like if that's how like life is going to be forever.
Yeah,
like,
this is not the dynamic that I want long term.
And that's fine. You don't want that dynamic. Like, I feel like some women, a lot of women now, especially a lot of Black women, happy Black History Month. No, but I feel like it's an issue for a lot of Black women because a lot of Black women are making more money than their significant others now. Again, not me happily sucking dick every night. But I think it's like a thing.
A metaphorical dick?
No, a real dick. Like, let's not get into that.
getting hot.
Okay. No, it's becoming a thing because they do make more money, and I think it's a conversation that comes up in households now. But ultimately, if you're in a partnership, marriage, whatever the case may be, pull your weight. And I think that's what's expected of any partner. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's financial, physical, cleaning up, whatever the case may be, we both should be pulling our weight to some degree.
Mm-hmm.
But I think you had a good point where there are times when you're going to be up and the other person is not, and you got to pick up the slack. But I would also have the expectation that like, okay, but you're going to come up.
Right. No,
you're coming up.
For sure. If we're not growing together, why are we together?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Period.
All right. So the other controversial opinion I had is for people in relationships. Please stop giving unsolicited advice to single people.
Especially, I'll piggyback, especially if you have never dated in the technological age. If you've never dated through an app, I don't want to hear what you have to say. If social media did not exist when you met your significant other, you are no longer in touch. You don't even know the trials and tribulations that we face. Respectfully,
shut the fuck up. As they say, it is fentanyl in the dating pool.
Oh,
okay.
That's you know what's I go back and forth. Like, I try not to be jaded. I
don't think you're jaded.
I definitely get in moods like this though, where I'm just like I was telling Brian earlier. I'm like, well, I told my therapist today that I think I'd be perfectly fine if I actually never dated another man again. And if I could just accept that and just roll through, I said it would be the what ifs that would hold me back. But like, I actually hate dating. I actually don't like.
You date a lot though.
No.
I feel like you do. I feel like y'all have brought up her dates on this show a few times.
They're like once in a while.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of the last one that I went on.
Bro, you just went on a date that y'all talked about last week.
Well, we can unpack that.
Since you brought that up.
I never heard from him.
They didn't go on the date.
Yeah. Exactly.
Well, I'll just
But whatever.
yeah.
But that's why I'm like, I'm not
But
jaded.
still,
I'm fine.
that's you actively trying though.
Exactly. Which is something that I would like to stop.
I would say 4 months ago, I was saying the same exact thing.
You were.
Right here on the podcast. Like, I think I'd be perfectly happy being alone for the rest of my
Mm-hmm.
life. But now that I'm in a relationship, you know, I do see the, you know, the positives of it. You know, having someone is really nice.
It really
So
is.
I say, like, put yourself... I know you just said, if you're not single, do not give unsolicited...
Oh, damn, now you are.
But mine is more like, but you've dated in the modern age.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, you know, don't give up on love. That's,
Okay. TBD.
RuPaul.
TBD.
I don't think anyone's giving up. I mean, Chelsea's going to end up married with 3 kids, to be honest with you.
Wow.
I
my
mean, she
pulse.
is. Like,
Do you listen to the podcast?
I do. And you're not going to be alone forever. Like, unless that's what you genuinely want. But I don't think you're going to be alone. I really don't. I don't.
her dad thinks she is.
My dad told me recently, we were having a conversation about something random. And I was like, oh, you should probably approach it in this way. My dad's a Southern Texas man. He
Mhm.
says what's on his mind.
Yeah.
And sometimes I'm like, maybe if you like, and like he'll talk about dating women, which my dad is, he's dating someone now, but before would talk to me a lot about dating women. He'd be like, and I told her, blah, like the worst thing you could ever say to a woman. And I was like, maybe don't word it that way. And he was like, that's how I feel. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. But he was like, you should have kids. And I was like, I mean, I'm not against having kids. I've said that before. And I was like, but I think the partner is more important to
Most
me. And
definitely.
he was like, honestly, I could see you having a kid on your own. And I was like, well, I hope not. But that's like sat with me.
I don't think. Do you want that though?
No, who wants to be a single mom?
No, I mean
Only if I was super wealthy.
girl. Some women don't mind the shit. That's why I'm asking.
Okay, if I was super wealthy though, and then I didn't have to compromise with anyone, I could just raise a child the way that I wanted to raise a child and didn't have to work. Sure.
Hell no.
Yeah.
People that don't mind have like rich baby daddies who they're getting, you know.
No.
Yeah.
No, you need that partner. You
But
need
if I had that
team.
kind of dollars, I'd also have a surrogate because
That
I
part.
do not want to be pregnant.
That part. Listen, that's a controversial opinion right there. Shit, everybody want to be pregnant. Listen, I want a kid. Don't mean I want to be pregnant.
I feel like there are women that genuinely love being pregnant.
I hear
Yeah.
that a lot.
I don't.
It won't be me.
She gonna
I
have
can
3
picture you
kids.
pregnant. I can picture you.
Don't put that. Stop speaking that out into the world.
Okay, 2 kids then. One is adopted.
I could like to do.
I mean, honestly, men, I have child rearing hips, as they say.
Me too.
So men have literally wanted to impregnate me because of my
Me too.
genetics. So you so stupid.
Tall
bitch.
D1 athlete babies.
I think that's what it is. Like, I'd be like, you want to get me pregnant, and that's a red flag.
I feel like you'd be such a good mother.
Yeah.
I really would, because I'm a nice lady.
Oh, a nice lady.
I am a nice lady.
I bet you people think that you're like way younger than you actually are.
I know, I'm such an old bitch, too.
No.
We won't air her age.
No.
Honestly, I don't care, because growing old is a blessing. When you get older, you start seeing people drop off, and it's like, damn,
True.
glad I see another birthday. Like,
Well, she's 68.
touche, bitch, touche.
Still time though.
Still time. The eggs are still there. Just ready to be hatched.
Oh my gosh, should we move on?
Yeah.
Yes.
What's next?
All right. I want to talk about this. This is something that I want to talk about because, yeah. Nicki Minaj versus Megan Thee Stallion.
Nicki Minaj versus Nicki Minaj.
Fair. But I am such a Nicki Minaj fan. I am a true Barb. Like, I've said this before. She could literally kill my entire family, and I would still say thank you. I mean, not literally, but you know what I mean.
I was never a Barb. I was always a fan of hers because I'm a fan of female hip hop artists. Yeah. And let's just be honest, like, she's crazy with the pen, but she's also crazy.
Yeah.
And it's just not a good look.
Yeah.
It's just not a good look.
So for those who aren't familiar, Megan Thee Stallion dropped a single called
Hiss.
Which
is a bop. It is a bop.
It's a good song. And it has some subtle and not so subtle digs at Nicki Minaj and her family. Well, more.
Does it? I feel like she came for Nicki like once on the song. Everybody else was like the men talking shit. She called out Drake for having a BBL.
Drake has a BBL?
Yes. She was like, when she was like, you walking around with the same scars as the bitches with the BBLs. Like, she was talking about Drake.
Oh,
like, God. Yeah, like, because Drake was one of the main bitches talking.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, okay. Well, I think one of the most iconic lines from that song is the Megan's Law, which is obviously a dig at Nicki's husband, who is a
convicted rapist.
A convicted.
Yes. No, he's convicted. We talked about this on my podcast that we canceled.
Is it a rapist or is he a child sex offender?
No, he got convicted for raping that girl.
Oh.
And it was like a long time ago. What? It doesn't matter. I mean, it matters.
It matters that you married that guy.
Yeah. My whole thing is like, I'm not like, like I've said about Taylor Swift, I actually don't care about their personal lives. I love the music, and like I'm such a Nicki fan, so I love the music.
I'm here with you on that.
I think that stuff does matter, but I also think like if I'm gonna play devil's advocate, it doesn't matter. It doesn't really matter what we think of Nicki's husband. At the end of the day, that is Nicki's husband, so she loves him. So like, imagine you love some guy who did something shitty as fuck, illegal years ago, and someone comes for him.
I would never.
I mean? Like, right.
I have a moral compass.
Right.
No, but I'm with you on this though, because here's the thing: with social media and people just being shit human beings, if we have to look at every artist and everything that they do in their personal life, we're not going to have anybody that we can like, anybody's music that we can listen to anymore, because everybody's flawed. Now, I'm not excusing it. I'm just saying I'm at this point where I'm willing to separate the artists, their work, from their personal life. I am willing to do that.
Okay. Well, then let's talk about the music, because Nicki's response was unhinged. It was unhinged. And it kind of goes along with the same sense of, troll comments on social media. You only get upset at the ones that hit a little bit of a nerve.
Yeah.
So she was triggered.
Oh, for
she
sure.
She was triggered. And it showed.
She was mad. I mean, it showed not only on the song, but like the Twitter rant that she went on for 3 whole days.
That shit was cringe.
Like, to me, I'm such a Nicki Minaj fan, and I thought Bigfoot was really good because I love that, like, crazy unhinged. Because you guys remember Stupid Ho, the song Stupid Ho?
I didn't listen to it. Because I honestly just didn't want to give her the stream, because I'm like, girl, you talking about people with dead mamas and stuff.
Oh, I listened to it like 10 times back to back to back, which maybe I shouldn't have.
So it was good to y'all?
No, it was just like, so she was pressed.
No, because like
and it was crazy.
Yeah,
like the ending is like a
whole 2 minute of her just talking like
ASMR anger, like rage.
Crazy.
She was crazy.
Right. Like I had the one thing that stuck in my head is lying on your dead mama. Lying on your. I'm like,
and she said it a few times.
Yeah.
I'm like, I mean, I get it. People who really like rap beef, they're like, oh, anything is good for rap beef. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter.
That's where I'm at. I'm like, I think that's, if we go back to what rap culture is, like, this is what it is.
And that's true.
And like, knowing bats an eye when it's like 2 men beefing, like, how many men?
Listen,
can we?
I get it. All that's true. However, her beef with Meg just ain't legitimate. That's my thing. Like, you beefing with this girl for what? Because she did a song with Cardi? Come on, bro.
I don't know. I don't know.
No, nobody knows
Yeah.
why she's beefing with her. That's why she looks stupid.
I don't care, but like, I don't care. Just keep.
I grew up on Little
Keep them
Kim.
coming.
I grew up on Little Kim, so you know.
Yeah. I like Lil Kim too, but Nicki.
Look, Nicki is a hell of a rapper.
Yeah.
I will always give her talent. I just feel like she's fucking up her legacy now. Like,
That's fair.
with this shit that she's doing now, like just being a hater. Like,
Yeah.
it's weird. Like, girl.
I think in a similar, like,
I feel like-
Mariah Carey kind of did the same thing. Like, Mariah Carey's like this like legendary vocalist.
And then remember,
Remember, like, there was like this whole like 5-10 year period where she was like super diva-ish and being mean to people, including like Nicki Minaj.
No, they did have beef.
Remember? And she was also doing all these performances when she like her voice was not voicing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's like you're messing up your legacy. Come on.
I mean, I hear you. I'm not coming for the lambs though, because the lambs can come for you,
Sure.
not me.
Mariah Carey's the first diva I like. That's my first icon that I've ever loved.
The lambs?
I think that's what they call themselves.
Oh.
The lambs, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but they
Interesting.
call themselves the lambs.
Yeah,
Sounds very sacrificial.
I love Mariah Carey. So I just want to put.
Yeah,
So-
put that out there,
Huge
bitch.
fan.
Put that out there.
Do you remember like AOL chat, like AIM?
Mm-hmm.
Like you would have like a sound when you like walked in
Yeah.
or signed in. I think mine was like a Mariah Carey sound. It was like
That tracks.
All right, let's go to the next one. This one was submitted to us today, and it says, well, first one says Chipotle is trash. And clearly you don't listen to the podcast because we literally covered this last week.
They definitely covered that last week.
Yeah.
I need you to like, listen, and subscribe. Thank you.
Thank you, Bridget.
So someone else wrote, volunteering is a thing of the past. No one wants to work for free.
What's your issue with volunteering?
Like
I mean, this could be somebody that needs volunteers on a regular basis and people just don't do it.
Maybe that is true. Maybe
Yeah.
that is true. It's definitely not a thing of the past. Yeah, it's because think about it. College graduates, high schoolers, and organizations like my sorority and fraternities like are constantly volunteering. So it's not a thing in the past, but it's probably not pushed as much, I would say.
the way I took it, and it's something that you said at the very beginning of the podcast, is like support your friends. Like
Mhm.
I feel like a lot of people like they have like a photographer friend or whatever, and they're like, "Oh, can you like do my newborn baby shoot? Because we're friends. Like you'll do it for free, right?" Like I think that's pretty messed up. Like I feel
Mhm.
like you should definitely pay your friends. Like
For sure.
we're not doing this for free.
For
Like,
sure. If you're my friend, I know you probably need the money. So
Yeah.
I want a friend
Exactly.
discount.
That's
you know?
kind of how I took it. But like
But I think that's like for their skills. But in the same sense, like if I was running a
homeless shelter.
yeah, or something like that, and I had a big event, and I feel like I could ask you guys to come up and help with it and
Yeah.
not pay you.
yeah, I'm down for a good cause. Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm not asking you for your professional services.
Yeah. I think
For
people
my
will
gain.
volunteer if you ask. If you don't ask, people are probably not going to offer to volunteer. I'm going to be real with you. But I also feel like life just be lifing on its own.
Yeah.
That volunteering is just like, I mean, if you need me, I'm going to show up. But otherwise,
It's hard to think about being in New York because I feel like the hustle is,
Yeah,
is so
like-
real. Like I actually just like don't have a lot of free
you
time
don't.
or energy to like put into going out and finding a volunteer. But I definitely have felt at other times because I used to volunteer at a museum in Texas
Really?
and I would give tours.
Good for
around.
you.
Yeah,
She's
I
a
did
good
that.
human being.
I did that. I thought, well, I really liked it. Exactly. But I really liked doing that. But I also lived in a much slower pace town, and I was bored. So
Yeah.
it was kind of like, okay, what do I find interesting? This could be fun, and so I would go do that. Like I'm not bored here.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm
And you don't have
probably
the
not.
energy for it.
Yeah, I don't. I'm actually overextended.
That's valid. That's
Yeah.
valid.
I feel that.
When's the last time you volunteered?
I was hoping no one would ask that. This right
Looks
now.
off into the distance.
Not this right now.
Every week, we volunteer our time.
You think we're getting paid for this?
Well, shit, I'm volunteering too, bitch.
Yeah, true. This is volunteer hours. I'll sign your paper.
Thank
afterwards.
you.
Great.
I'm a
Well,
little
Bridget.
tipsy.
Oh,
I am. I'm a little tipsy.
One
I
glass
think
of
I
wine.
may call a man tonight.
Oh,
We've been talking about sucking dick this whole fucking podcast.
I mean, listen.
we've really been putting it out into
I
the
know
universe.
that's not y'all podcast general topic, but I'm sorry. I'm a hetero female and I love sucking dick. Okay?
I mean, Eddie, within the last 2 minutes of that one,
He was talking about eating
ended with
he was
asking
talking about
if
eating
we
ass,
could-
and that shit was interesting as fuck.
And
And you know what? Let me say this. Since y'all brought up eating ass, it is a lot of hetero men out there that like they ass ate. And I want y'all to come forward. I want y'all to come forward. Don't be shy.
Do you want to?
Do you like eating men's ass?
I ain't saying I want to eat a man's ass. I'm just saying I know heterosexual men
Oh, yeah.
who like they ass ate.
Then they want to be pegged too.
I don't want to peg nobody though. I don't want to do that.
I
But I'm
said
not
the
going to
same
judge
thing.
you. I'm not going to judge you.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for that lovely.
Well, always like a heavy ending,
Yeah, love it.
hard hitting.
That should be our thing. Like, you better listen to the whole entire podcast because you don't want to miss the
You
last
don't know
30
what's
seconds.
coming.
Exactly.
Well, thank you so much. We will drop her Instagram handle in the bio.
Yeah.
And
Let's get this girl to 20K.
any final words?
I don't know. Happy Black History Month, even though this is going to come out during Women's History Month.
Oh.
Hey,
I'm still
we're
a
women
woman.
too.
I'm a woman, ain't I?
All right. Catch you on the next one.
Bye.
Bye.